AskReddit by Duet Learner. How common is it for a man to have no interest in sports at all? I don't give a single fuck about any sport. Same. I would say greater than 75% of American men have at least a mild interest in sports. However, asking this question on Reddit is going to skew the results, in the same way as if you asked the question at a Yankees game. Exactly. Very common. According to a study involving one man, me, the average interest in sports for a man is 0, zilch, zippo. Make that 2 out of 2, the second being me. On Reddit, I'm guessing it's going to be fairly common. In real life? Rather uncommon. Most guys have interest in either playing or watching at least one sport. Lol, yay, AskReddit is not the best place to ask that question for a real answer. Our NBA does have 10 mil subs though. I would say about half of guys I meet at work are into sports. And I believe there are studies that suggest it's a higher percentage than that. Like 70% at least somewhat interested in watching a sport. The answer to your question is that about 1 in every 14 adult men in the United States don't watch nationally televised sports. https://fearvethertie.com/dear-mona-are-dash-men-who-don't-watch-sports/ Wow, I'm surprised by those figures. I'd have guessed that between 25 and 35% of men don't watch sports, but it's as low as 7%. I'm probably biased by my own preferences. I enjoy playing sports, but I have zero interest in watching other people play a game. I also love playing video and board games, but again can't find the appeal of watching streamers or YouTubers play either. I just know basics or enough to fit in with my fellow people. Did you see that ludicrous display last night? It's a range. I'd say the people who have no interest are as common as diehard fans. Most guys I know are like me in that they are down to throw a ball around sometimes, maybe shoot some hoops, but we all have individual sports like cycling, surfing that we do somewhat regularly. All my friends are into sports, I am not. I am regularly subjected to sports as a byproduct of attending social events. I just don't get it. Watching someone else do something for entertainment has never been less appealing. Me too, I have such little interest in football and my in-laws are huge on it. Makes me feel bad that I can't relate to them on that, but whatever. I don't give a single fuck to watch sports, but I'll play them all day. Absolutely zero interest in sports, including both watching and playing, I would say is fairly uncommon. But I think it's common to have no interest in watching professional sports. Absolutely zero interest in sports, yet has a post about blitzball and a post that says what's your favorite niche sport? In older generations it was very rare. In recent decades, however, it is becoming more and more common. I'd say it's still uncommon to have no interest at all, since most people still have an interest in it in one form or another. As far as entertainment goes, there was a time when sports were the most accessible source of it for men. Nowadays we have many more interesting alternatives. As far as an actual activity, we spend more and more time inside, so that is less common as well. None here. What do you like? I'm someone who used to hate sports, but grew into liking them. I don't see how it is a common sense thing. Not into sports. Everyone always judges me for it. You just need to judge them for judging. I couldn't imagine life without playing or watching sports. Not sure what I would have done with all that time instead. It's been naturally enjoyable for me. But if it's not for you, it's all good too. I need to watch my padres suck ass. I love pro wrestling, which is equal parts sport and soap opera. That's about it for me. The soap opera is built into sports, it's just not scripted. I love both though. Watching people get over in wrestling is a beautiful thing. I'm a man and I've never liked sports. Not playing, not watching, not hearing about, nothing. I like hockey but couldn't be fucked to care about any other sport. I'm the same with cricket. In my experience, very uncommon. I grew up not watching any sports and still don't care to. Many men around me keep up with European football or whatever sport is up year round. Never really understood the appeal and I always feel left out. I'm a man who never understands sport. I get riled up and invested if I'm playing or if a friend is on one of the teams, but I simply cannot watch strangers kick a ball around and not get incredibly bored of it. I also don't see the worth in paying for something like that. This is a personal preference. If you love sports, by all means spend your money on it, bond over it, enjoy it. I used to watch wrestling with my wife but only because it is genuinely hilarious how much they play it up, and they're damn good at making up the most entertaining stuff so that it's not as boring. However, I am also the same guy who enjoys some of the most boring books, real wordy ones that are like 10% story and 90% overly bombastic descriptions of the color and shape of grass. So I can't be one to talk when I waste money on hardcover binded word vomit. Lots of men don't. My brother doesn't. There is absolutely nothing wrong with a man not caring about sports. I'm crazy about MotoGP, but team sports? Forget it. I could never get into racing until I started watching MotoGP. Very uncommon. Most men appreciate things like effort, competition, striving to be the best. Also, live sports is one of the few unscripted, unpredictable things left in the world, though this is arguable. Pretty common. My dad didn't like any sports, I mean maybe car racing sometimes, but that's it. Never had a sports guy, they've all been into drugs, other women, cars, work, family, video games, movies, music, fishing, guns, mechanics, money, hunting, me, their mother. Whatever you're into, just look for that. Fishing and hunting are sports.